Soybeans fell to the lowest one-day level in over a month, while cattle continue to climb. Michelle Rook is back with more in Markets Now.
Corn and soybean futures ending lower again on Tuesday. Matt Bennett with agmarket.net is back with us. And Matt, how much of the press that we saw in the row crop sector was weather and fast planting?
Yeah, I think there's some of it. I mean, clearly it's the very start, running a little bit ahead, maybe. Bottom line is that Western Corn Belt has been drier, as we all know. It's been well documented, which gives them a little bit of a jump start on planting. But, parts of Iowa have gotten 1 to 2 inches of rain here in the last day or so. So I think that it may slow that down just a little bit. Dollar's stronger. There's just a lack of buying that continues to show up. At the same time, I think whenever you try to push down to levels we haven't seen for several days, especially on corn, the sellers kind of dry up as well. So it's just been kind of a really, really boring sideways market here lately.
Yeah, absolutely. And the funds, when you say we're range bound here, it seems like the funds push this thing up. Then we get farmers selling, we trail back down because we can't take out resistance. How long is that going to continue?
That's a really good question, but I would tell you, if the funds decide that they do want to cover shorts, which is something I've got to think that they're going to do, at least to an extent. You don't typically take a huge short fund position into the heart of a growing season. It's not like it's a bullish situation, but you do have less acres that you're working with, of course, and then obviously the balance sheet tightened up just a little bit. I just cannot imagine that the funds want to take the risk into the heart of the growing season. But if they do buy it, there's no question that you still got, 5 billion bushels of corn on the farm that needs to move down here sooner or later.
And the cattle market up for a second day here. Do you think we're starting to put some of these HPAI fears behind us, Matt, or not?
Yeah, I mean, that was just something I think to trade on, and the market had really had a resurgence after that huge sell-off towards the end of the calendar year. And, I think a lot of these folks, ag cattle are too cheap. They ran them up. You got into the high 180s, and then I think some of the, funds said, hey, maybe we've made enough money for the time being, dumped a few of those longs. And it looks like right now you've stabilized.
Well, it definitely would be nice to see. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Bennett with agmarket.net. We'll have more AgDay coming up.